Welcome back to Living Local. You've seen members of the Seiffert Building Supplies team in our studio in Rock Island. You've seen us at their showroom in Davenport, and now you will see their pristine work on display in this beautifully restored home here in Moline. And joining us in this segment, sponsored by Seiffert Building Supplies, is homeowner Pami Treble and Jeremy Duvall from Seiffert, which is also this segment's sponsor. Hey, how are you guys?
Great.
Great.
Hey, thank you so much for having us out to your home. It's stunning.
Thank you.
First
Thank
of all,
you.
It is so like warm and inviting and just, yeah, it's gorgeous. But let's talk about your kind of history with this home. And when you bought it 22 years ago.
I bought it 22 years ago. I was looking to downsize.
Okay.
And so I wanted a smaller home. My father was a building contractor, so I wanted brick, and found this beautiful location just where I wanted. And looked out the window, and my dancing teacher was right across the street.
Oh, wow.
So I felt at home, and I bought it, and started doing improvements.
Like right away?
Well, the roof and the air conditioning,
Okay,
and
things like that,
the
sure.
unfun improvements. And then down the line, we met Jeremy when I was looking for windows.
Okay. And it's a beautiful corner lot too. A gorgeous
Yes.
tree out front, which
Yep.
I heard you planted. Yeah, when you drive up, it has major curb appeal, Pami, let me tell you. So, and like you said, you started with one project and it became
Yes.
another and then another, right?
When I had the budget to start thinking about windows, I went to the home show, and I knew I wanted Marvin windows, and there was Jeremy standing in front of a Marvin display, and, and we just rather hit it off right away.
Yeah.
And I had no clue what I really wanted. What I wanted was to do the dining room window because it looks right into my neighbor's bedroom, and that was a concern of mine. I wanted
Sure.
some way to camouflage it. So I just talked to Jeremy. Well, a couple days later, Jeremy calls and says, I have the district manager here from Marvin Windows in Minneapolis. Can I bring him over?
Yeah.
And I was just, flattered. And they came over, and by the time they were finished, I was doing all the windows in the whole house except the dining room window. The one thing about Seifferts is that they can always lead you to the best in the business because of their connections
Sure.
and their working relationship with everybody. They lowered the cabinets because I'm only 5 foot tall, so
Okay.
I was able to have custom, height for the cabinets. And Missy is the one that found the hardware for me. She got my vibe after a while,
Yeah.
and brought out, so I didn't have to go through rows and rows of handles and knobs. That was so it all went together very, very quickly, and to my pleasure to this day, it still looks brand new.
So Jeremy, we've talked before about how, much of your business is based on kind of word of mouth and,
Right.
referrals. And I understand that through Pami, you've done the whole neighborhood, basically.
We've done a lot.
Yeah.
We're literally across the street, or one street over from here, finishing up a project, which we'll be at next week. Yeah, we can go back, and I was talking to a few people about this. Pami and I were talking about this a few weeks ago when we met. We can go back and look at 8 specific projects that started from a word of mouth from her and traveled down over the last 13 years, 12, 13 years.
Yeah, you should be buying stock, I think, is what needs to happen here. And that's kind of the cornerstone of your business, though,
Correct.
is, a lot of, and you've been around for so long, and a lot of it is just word of mouth.
Exactly.
And referrals. That's amazing. That really speaks to, how good you guys are, though.
It's what we strive for to be. This is a marketing thing that we're doing now, but this is the most we've ever done as a business. We've relied on people coming in, telling their friends, telling their family, telling their church members, all those people, hey, I had a good experience, go talk to this person. So when we bring people into our business from an employee perspective, we want to make that culture, we want to make that ring true, and then the customers feel it ultimately in the end.
Well, and I know for me, I've talked to you in the studio, we've gone out to the showroom and things like that, but seeing something
Right.
complete in a home is like, that's a big deal. So I was thrilled that we were able to come out here and check this out, because this is amazing. Like, I might move in, Pami. Do you need it? Well, we're gonna talk about it. But what makes you so confident about referring Seiffert?
Like, how do you match 1940s color on woodwork? And these windows over here in the living room, I wanted the integrity of the 1940s style
Sure.
in place. And so Jeremy knew exactly how to measure and how to get the right color and everything. And
Yeah.
it just all matched. The same thing with the doors, I have to give him credit. I just gave him an idea for the doors. They weren't in any book. I just said I wanted glass all the way
wow.
down, and I gave him a vision.
You just
fit.
dreamt all this up, and,
Yeah.
and here it is.
Yeah.
Like, they helped you make it a reality. I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah.
And Jeremy, this must be the kind of the best part of the job. I mean,
It
these
is.
testimonials must mean so much to you.
It is. I mean, me personally, I like the connections. Known Pami for a long time. I'm not a hugger. She's probably the only customer I've ever hugged. There was another one. But it means a lot to me because we have those relationships. And
Yeah.
We like seeing those people, and they're a part of the community, and that's what we're about. So yes, personally, it means a lot to me. As a business, that is what we're here for.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, how does this experience with Seiffert compare to others that you might have had in the past?
Well, I did
Please
have.
let us know.
I did interview a few other window companies, and it's very obvious very quickly when you know that the guy's worked for him for 6 months and he doesn't know a thing about what he's talking about.
Sure.
Your confidence level is nil. With Seiffert's, you just order all of, I don't know what they have to go through on their end, but you never feel it at your end. It's just all timeless. And they tell you they're going to be here in 6 weeks and they'll have it finished, and it's clean, and it's just comfortable, and it's a wonderful experience.
I love that. Well, hey, thanks for having us out here again. This was amazing to see.
Okay.
Jeremy, always a pleasure to see you. And again, this segment was sponsored by Seiffert Building Supplies. You can learn more when you visit SeiffertLumber.com. We'll have all those details posted at OurQuadCities.com. More Living Local continues after the break. Stay with us.